Bitch, I told you about Mother Nature. Sometimes you think, I told the chick one time, I was like, sometimes you think a seed is a dud, and it's sitting under that ground being like, it ain't my season. They know when it's their season.
Yeah, but I planted that. I mean, it wasn't dead. It was just the leaves, the branch, everything came up. But I'm sure
I'm so proud of you. I'm so glad. One of our neighbors, but to be fair to her, she kind of copied off of me years ago. Like she started gardening on the side of her house a couple of years after I did. I was like, look at her. But she probably know what the fuck she do. Well, I know what I'm doing now, but she probably knew what the fuck she was doing when she started. Guess what? There are experienced people, but there are no experts, because Mother Nature is her own guru, bitch. I promise you. I was thinking the other day, I was like, we out here, we be taking care of these motherfucking plants like we need to. I was like, but bitch, Mother Nature do her thing. But at the same time, we do need to do some shit, because I caught myself letting Mother Nature do her thing this year, and bitch, I didn't really fertilize like I needed to, because I was like, it's the ground, it be doing its own thing in the wild. But man, one of the main holes I probably needed to fertilize, man, them little tomatoes was the lightest shade of green. I was like, wait, these gonna be tart in a mug. Little tart ass cherry tomatoes. Cause I put them in a little planter where I needed to feed and water them more often. Cause people with containers with their plants in pots need to feed and water more regularly, even if it rains, because if it gets big enough that the leaves will stop the rain from getting into the pot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it'll block. Work like an umbrella. So, and I learned that with tomatoes, because you can't get them too much water, they'll get blossom end rot. But I did notice that with my thicker, bushier patio tomato, that when it rained, and I assumed I didn't need to go water my shit because it rained, but them canopy leaves was blocking the rain from getting in there good. Yeah, it turned out I did good. I had my green beans this year. I didn't have as many as I thought, but that'll show me next year to plant in succession again. I'll probably plant. I actually sent my green tomatoes home to my mom and sister, because I gave them some green tomatoes one time, and even saying I think that was more of my dad, but I was like, no, your mom said she liked them. Anyway, I took them and I didn't hear nothing else about them. So the next batch I sent to my mama. My mama done told my sisters. She done had them the next day. She's so proud of her fried green tomatoes, because she can't get them in the store. I was like, bitch, guess who getting the tomatoes? So, hopefully for y'all, some of them turn red before they get big enough to be green, because I'm sending them to these people and then got jealous. So my mom was like, I ain't gonna tell her my business no more, cause then I see something like, guess what I got in the mail? Fried green tomato. So I was happy about that, and I'm low-key. I was like, I would let them try it again, because I already feel some type of way. I already know that they not willing to have the plant when they already green, so they can either let them turn red or eat them green if they want to. Like, they don't even want the plants in there. No. But whenever I have my excess, I take them all over there. Matter of fact, I had harvested some green beans and tomatoes for him to take over there this morning.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and I remember I told y'all I had grown black tomatoes this year, so I had some indigo rose black tomatoes, and then I had some black cherry tomatoes. And I was mad because I got food, because now I don't know if I have a right to be mad, because I grew them. The picture they showed, it had black tomatoes. I mean, jet black, like lacquer black. They looked so black. It was so, and I was like, ooh, I can't wait, right? So I should have did my research anyway. So they grew. These motherfuckers look dusty ass. A dusty ass olive green and kind of brownish red. And I was like, I was calling it a dusty Negro for so long. These little dusty Negroes. But then the indigo rose, they taste like tomato. They taste good, but they're not, I wanted something sweet and flavorful. But these little black cherry tomatoes that's not actually black, girl, they so good. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, I like the little black, when they had that little medley, I be.
Oh my God, they so sweet. These really are the sweetest motherfucking. And one of my garden girls told me, she's like, yeah, you're right about black tomatoes. Because I was just trying to be black this year, but all the black tomatoes, the regular size ones, are kind of bland. So I was like, well, let me grow whatever black cherry. So I grow black cherry, and I also grew indigo rose, which is a midnight snack. Anyway, it was good, but I won't salt on that bitch. It ain't no straight good. But when I ate that black cherry, I was mad. I was like, they said that they put the fake ass picture. They got me suck up my ass. But when I bit into that bitch, I was like, ooh, can I be mad or? Cause they lied to me though, but. This the sweetest motherfucking tomato I ever tasted in my fucking life. Like, this shit is delicious. Let me collect these seeds. Oh, I'm gonna send you some too now that I know that they'll make it.
You send me some seeds. I'll grow some.
Okay.
You know that?
Okay.
My good tomatoes came from them seeds on that damn napkin that time you sent me. I said, ooh, I like these.
But yeah, man. Yeah.
You know, and they was good. I sent you the pictures of them if I'm mistaken. But they was good, and I was like, okay.
I do, and I'm glad because the next shutdown is coming. So I'm glad y'all getting that out the way.
Because what?
The next shutdown is
Right.
They're not making you get jabbed to travel, are they?
Right.
Right. That last show was fire.
Okay.
Hell no.
I was like, if I'm gonna die on the show, at least it need to be in the arena, not in the motherfucking club. So I'm gonna push these back.
I'm proud of you for that. I'm proud of you for that. I'm proud of myself because I sure wasn't finna do it. Yeah. I mean, it's gotta be. I mean, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. It's the new fucking world order. You know what I mean? Ain't no new normal. This is the new world order, and this is what the fuck we have to get in line to do to protect ourselves and to continue to live. Even though I talk shit, I know people might jump all the way because people don't think with balance. Like, I can talk my shit and realize that people I love, including myself eventually maybe, are going to be lulled into this bullshit. You know, they're going to set up situations where you will have to at some point. And that's right. And so I know that. I ain't just, I think because of what I say is so true. And like we were talking about, people find it hard in cognitive dissonance, in a colonized mind, to grasp onto the balance of everything. Like, I can respect the love between two people of the same gender and know that it's real, whilst knowing that there is an actual gender against, like, straight black men. You know what I mean? It can be both. Like, I don't understand why. I do understand, but it just really disappointed to me that people can't be balanced in compassionate thought without thinking that balance is somehow intolerance. You know what I mean? It can be both. You know what I mean? People, there is blatant sexual harassment in the workplace. There is molestation and sexual assault. But there are also females that run through the office like a hoe, and using those feminine wiles, as she climbs the ladder. And people are just going to see it as success. Her ladder just happened to have a dick on top of it. That, she knew how to work. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? God, dog. It's possible that people are caring for children, but it's also not unheard of that children are being trafficked by those actual people. Like, fuck. I can believe that there is an actual pandemic happening, whilst understanding that it is under the control of the people that that deliberately let it run buck wild to kill motherfuckers. Like, goddamn. You know what I mean? Goddamn. And, shit. And goddamn and fuck. Okay. Get off your ass and jam. Get off your ass and jam. Well, I love you. I'm glad I got to talk. I'm finna smoke some shit. And I'm finna do my daily immuno maintenance of Rick, because that's what I do. Keep my little of RSO. Oh, girl, that's another thing I get shut down for. Girl. I think I told you about that. But I don't even mention. Yeah, they got me so good. I don't even mention that even on camera no more. They do not want people healed with that shit. I'm like, now, okay, I'm convinced now that it is a cure. I'll cure everything. Cause y'all don't.
They don't let you talk about it.
Girl. If I mention it, girl.
I did not know that.
Bitch. They do not want people healed with that shit. Because, I heard that, back when they was practicing brainwash on people with the LSD and all that stuff, they said that people who use cannabis, they were the only people who could not be successfully brainwashed under those conditions. Like, that was the only drug. That was the only drug that was not receptive to the brainwash. I have the clip somewhere.
That's probably why they don't want to legalize it. It ain't beneficial like that to them.
Well, I think
we'll be monetarily in the
I was finna say, I figure, this is just a guess, my hypotheses. I figure that by the time they are ready to legalize it federally, which they are, and I said this years ago. I said when they figure out how to get all the money to white people, can't say figure out, when they learn to maintain so that even all of our civil struggles will be fruitless. I was like, then it will become federally legal, right? And I also believe that is the time at which they will have found found a way to contaminate all of it with whatever they need to put in it for it to, you know what I mean? Girl, it ain't no, bitch, it is no it is no coincidence that the government fabricated version of cannabis is called Delta 8. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
About that.
That's all I'm gonna say about that. I never wanted this because I started hearing about, people like, oh yeah, you can order, it's legal too because it's not technically cannabis, so you can even order it in the mail and it'll get you high just like weed. Oh really? Nah, I'm good. Thanks though.
Right.
Thanks, appreciate it.
I ain't never understood that concept anyway. Like when they was doing Spice, Skate 2, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, how do you not? How do you want something that ain't what it is?
Yeah.
It costs just as much as what it is, but ain't really what it is, and don't do nothing but what it is. And some extra dumb shit you don't need.
Especially when what it is sufficient. That's what be getting me.
That's what I'm saying. Like it wasn't broke.
Yeah.
But you want to pay the same money or better for something that's you don't even know how it is. It's supposed to imitate what you already doing.
Well, the way they got them to do it is just to say that this one is legal no matter what. So,
okay.
It's the legality of that makes it legit. Kind of like what Dick Gregory was saying about you say something is legal, that don't make it right.
Right.
But
you should know that from the fact that they still sell cigarettes and it's legal. That should tell you right there that just because it's legal don't mean it's good for you or correct.
Yeah.
Who needs to smoke a cigarette?
Yeah. But colonization, you can't beat that drug.
Right.
Can't beat that drug. I promise you. And like you said, brainwashing, there's a whole process. You limit to people's sleep. You put them to work. 8 hours a day at a cot. When you say it's okay for them to have one, and then try to work them into their sleep time as well. Keep them busy. Girl, I know how a cult, I know how a cult works. I know how it works.
Yeah.
Circulation.
I've seen it all my life.
Yeah.
They call it religion.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. When I see, girl, and it'd be so funny to me when I see somebody fighting for one. Like, I gotta be you get to the point where you gotta be, I say cautious, because I ain't be worried about nothing no more. But you gotta be cautious of everything, because, even if you fall into a civil struggle with someone, like too many things are oxymorons. Like I said, they get everyone confused because we're easier to control at that point. But everything is such an oxymoron. Like I can't even. It's hard for me. I can't say it's hard for me to fathom because they're everywhere. But it's an oxymoron to be a black Christian to me. It's an oxymoron to be a black feminist to me. But for that matter, it should be an oxymoron to be a black American. So, shit, it's whatever. It's whatever. I'm a happy girl though. I feel really blessed, and I be so thankful of the times, because when he on his empath stuff, he be trying to explain this shit to me, and I'm like, and I just look at him like, well, you better not, you better not let these motherfuckers get in your head, nigga. You better the fuck not. And so I like when I hear him get back on his God shit and be like, it be clear that they gonna have to find another worker if they call themselves gonna want to make it mandatory. I'm glad to hear that shit. Because they won't have nobody. They ain't getting rid of him. Like I said, no man is indispensable. Everybody can be replaced. But niggas be useful. So they ain't gonna want to lose him. So that's kind of job security. But at the same time, he ain't playing no game. Just like with these people talking about some when they start relaxing on the mask, or they had these little vaccination pins that they had to wear to show that they've been jabbed. He was like, I don't care. Like why are you coming up on me with no mask? Oh, I've been ready. I don't. That means nothing to me. Right. And then he reminded me of when we went to get our concealed weapon permits renewed. The guy, when I went to take my shoot test, we were going to go in one at a time because they were still, everybody was on lockdown at the time. So we all, we had masks. And you could always, back then, you could tell where the MAGA people are because they always wore their masks under their nose and mouth. And in the gun communities, they always MAGA people. So anyway, I was going in for my shoot test. And I knew the guy liked me because he kept trying to ease up on me at the school. And I kept moving back from him because he had it. He went out of his way to wear his mask on his nose, bitch. So, that let me know what the fuck I was dealing with. And the black guy that was teaching class was a full-on sellout. So, by the way. And so, anyway, went to the thing. And so, he said, I think he told me he had been vaccinated or something, he said. And standing, he was a few feet back. And so, I looked at him and I stepped back and I said, that means nothing to me. I was like, I don't have to trust you. The part that hurt was, I don't have to trust that from you. So I know he was like, I can't take this bitch nowhere. Like, I'm supposed to trust him because he said, what the fuck? That means nothing to me. You shit, your viral load is on fleek, my G. The fuck you mean? And more power to him. I ain't wishing nothing on him, good or otherwise. But I ain't got nothing to do with me. You know. And matter of fact, I permanently got my extra 2 feet. I want everybody need to know that. You know, around the Juneteenth. That's my Juneteenth now, because I ain't doing it when white people say do. I'm doing my Juneteenth is July 4th. So I got some of them little poppets, you know, them things you throw on the ground and they pop. And I said, nigga, I'm taking this everywhere with me, because that was when they was finna open back up, and I was like, I'm popping everybody's toes they don't give me my 6 feet. 6 feet, bitch, pop. 6 feet, pop on your toes. Yep. If you come close enough, I'm only popping within 6 feet of myself. So if you get popped,
that means you violate.
You too close.
Step your ass back.
Pop.
You won't get popped.
Yep. I was like,
Hell no.
I was like, I ain't doing it. I was like, I'm gonna do that every time. I was like, but I ain't gonna do that because I was like, everybody carrying now, so that might not be the way. Yeah, we all, yeah, because somebody didn't want nobody within 6 feet of their ass. But it's gonna be a lot of that anyway, because everybody packing and everybody using, and that's what, and it's
so bold now. Everybody now, since the law is the law,
yeah.
Everybody know it. They all wearing this shit on their waist.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh y'all, sit down.
Yeah. And really,
the only one with a gun.
Everybody got one. Only look, the bona fide carriers are just smart enough not to know. One thing, the smartest thing for a responsible firearm owner and user to do is not to let every motherfucker know you carrying it. Like, what the fuck is going? Like, y'all let these colonizers get y'all. When did that become part of the black game? We don't play them shits. Because you just endangered yourself 100-fold by people knowing you carrying.
That's right.
Now you got to go first, because you the biggest threat.
And if you know, like I know, if it ain't secured, if it's just sitting on the side of your waist, you fuck around and get it taken.
You fuck around and get it taken, and they put a quick body on it before they toss it somewhere.
You know your brother is, you know, his street ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the dumbest and most arrogant.
Especially for...
That's one of the most overcompensating moves I've ever seen.
Girl.
You see anybody with a gun on their waist.
Girl.
You got some real issues.
Yeah, and you weak. Because a strong person needs no one to know that they even carrying. And I was looking at one of my black gun pages, and one of the chicks on there, she keeps showing all these different ways that you can carry and still look cute. Well, one of these ways, bitch, I'm like... And actually, the owner of the page liked my comment. And I was like, that's really, really cute, but it's a nope for me. I was like, everybody can see that thing. She had this big fucking ass, the biggest Glock in the world on in the front of, she had some jean shorts with a belt on, and she had a crop top. But I never cape for them crop top carries, because I don't give a fuck who you are and how skinny, bitch. Because now you look like you got a fupa. And you look all of 17 years old. Everybody know you probably got a little cute little flat stomach. I'm like, and don't applaud. Don't go to no concert and applaud. Cause a crop top, girl, bitch, everybody can see you carrying under that.
But she was supposed to be showing ways that it was concealed.
Yeah.
Couldn't see.
Yes, bitch.
Okay.
I was like, I saw that before she even spun around. Like, it looked like she pregnant. You ain't carrying that concealed, girl.
Right.
I was like, I'm like, and I don't care how young and cute they are. Like, a crop top is not a carry option, period. I was at mom's house, and I just fell asleep on the couch, and I done, put my arm behind my head and shit. And I woke up, girl, my shit was all up and half the, I was like, if I would have slept one more level of good, you would have seen all my little shit. Not that they don't know we carry now. Everybody knows. Like, we heard something at the front door one time. I turned around and looked. I just turned around casually because everybody know I'm ready. And then she was like, I was worried. She was like, I was ready. I didn't know who it was. But this that world. We was saying it all lightly and cute before. This that bitch right now. This that bitch. But anyway, let me get something done.
Me too, girl, because I'm in that mood now. Right.
Yeah, and I don't want him. He gonna be done came home and be like, what you did while I was gone. But he gonna be happy to know I talked to you, though.
Make sure you tell him I said hi and I love him.
I will. You do the same for me.
Will do.
What he doing? What he doing right now?
I was relaxed, but I was already woke, so I thought I'd call you and harass you a little bit.
I'm glad you did. Thank you.
Me too. It's good hearing from you. It's good talking to you.
Yeah. And keep calling me. Like, when you be on the road, and if you be all bumped up with nothing to do, you got my number, boo. I miss you. It'll be like we on the road again.
You got me fucked up on when you on the road. I ain't going on no motherfucking road. But I know what you're saying.
You know what the fuck I'm saying.
Yes, I do. Yes, ma'am. I do.
We still be like Celia and Mister whenever we see we see your movies, when they play like Players Club, DL stuff. We be like, hey sis, we talking to the TV. We be talking to the TV like a couple of kids. Tell them. Okay, well, I love you.